everybody. Welcome inside another edition of the Wrap-Up. Dan Myers, Nick Buckler with you. That's right, as always. Dan, there's a lot of topics to talk about, really, if you think about it, on this edition. You could talk about Stafford potentially becoming the highest-paid quarterback. You could talk about the Red Wings and Tomas Tatar being so far apart in contract talks. The Tigers buy, sell. Will they make a move? Are they stupid? Yes. What? Where do you want to start? I'll leave it up to you.
Well, first of all, it's 106 times you and I have met at this desk, and it just seems to be flying by. So, awesome! Congratulations, we're over that 100 hump. And with the Tigers, this weekend I almost texted you. I was watching the game, and I actually enjoyed it. Sunday, yeah, with
the walk.
Yes.
What an exciting finish.
Yeah. I for whatever reason I was flipping between the Tigers game and then also the Boston Yankees game, and something drew me to the game, and I felt like once I committed, and that's the big thing with baseball right now, is you're busy, I'm busy, we got stuff to do. There's always something that needs to be done. So to sit down, commit 3-4 hours to a game and just have it to end in disappointment or a loss or just complete disaster. It's a big commitment, so it's been tough. But I actually sat down around the 7th inning, so it wasn't a full commitment. But
that's about the stretch. Stretch and never return.
Yeah. So I got to the stretch and I finished it out. But it was enjoyable. I'm glad they won. I mean, especially once they went extra innings.
But does it matter at this point if they win or lose? It's almost gonna get them false hope because they're in such a bad division. Only 6 games out, but they're 7 games below 500, or 8 games below 500. But hey, they had their players-only closed-door meeting before the game Saturday. They're 3-0 since, and they've been spanking teams. Look out.
If there was more professional teams playing right now, would they be relevant? But I think it's the fact that Detroit, that's all we got going on right now. I mean, as far as sports, we're approaching the dog days of summer.
You got the Q line. That's
sometimes there's better fights, in the Q line than there is in the field, or at least competition. But whatever.
At the end of the day, they're second worst in the conference.
Third now. They passed the Oakland A's.
All right.
Yeah. Tigers, you deserve a round of applause. Making moves. Better believe they're not staying still.
Now, are you like me? I'm just so spent about hearing the damage to the field from the Metallica concert. I feel like that's brought up at every sportscast. Well, they might be playing better if the field and the grass is better.
So did they know in April, May, and June that, the field's going to be bad. We could just use this as an excuse. A bunch of guys with long, greasy hair and black chain leather are going to be blowing fire all over, ruining our field.
Wait, fire and grass don't mix? Since when?
Stop. Anyways, the infield's completely grown in with grass right now. They're playing some fairy ball match out there. And a couple teams that are really irrelevant.
Yeah.
AS Magoo against Children of the Blind, I think, are playing at Comerica Park next week.
Yeah. Doubleheader with Our Lady of the Useless Miracle playing.
Anyways, there's a soccer game going on, or match, or whatever they call it over there across the pond. But, they completely grew in the whole infield. They fixed the damage from the stage, and maybe they fixed the Tigers' season. Could they go 113-49, win out? No. Yes, they will. Anyways, realistically, I don't think the Tigers are going to make a move at the trade deadline. I really don't.
Yeah.
We've seen it in all of our Detroit sports, just staying pat. We're happy with this team we have moving forward. Are you? Are you happy? You're happy with mediocrity.
Yeah.
Not even. That's sub-mediocrity. This is brutal. It's horrible. And since 2006, you've set such a precedent in how to rebuild. I mean, you were terrible for a long time, but one season you go from horrible to World Series. You lost, but you made the World Series. And then you were just there every year up until 2 years ago. Weird, when a man named Brad Ausmus took over. And some would argue Dombrowski shouldn't have been fired mid-season the way he was. He made a good move to sell that team when he did. Got us a lot return. But then you let this dog-looking creature, Al Avila, take over. And what he does is just nothing. He's gotten us old has-beens, and it's just not panned out. Overpaid these subpar players like Jordan Zimmerman and Justin Upton, who come from the National League, where the level of play is a little bit lower than the American League. So you always see pitchers' numbers go way up when they come to the American League, and batters' numbers go way down. And that's exactly what you saw from Justin Upton and Jordan Zimmerman when they were given these huge contracts. And Avila likes his team moving forward. He likes the team. He likes them.
Yeah.
What do you like about it?
Yeah, like Austin said, JD's his son, allegedly. You know what, though? But these same people that are calling for...
JD, just dumb.
Just done. Just done.
Dumb, done, dunce. Stupid.
You know, these people that are calling for Ausmus Head, Avila's Head, you know, don't act like you were excited about Dombrowski being there. Like, oh, we got to keep him. There was more anger and ups. I gotta choose my words wisely. To get him out of here,
You don't have to choose them wisely. Listen to me.
99% hatred value for that guy. And everyone, don't act like you wanted him here. Everybody wanted him off, wanted him gone. And I feel like now it's easier in hindsight to say, oh, it would have been better if we kept him. You know, I was one of the 1% that was trying to keep him here.
Sure
No, you
you
weren't.
were. No
You
one
were
was.
calling up. You were telling everyone on these sports talk stations, comment boards, whatever. He's got to go. He's past his prime. Get him out of here. Blah, blah, blah. So don't stop. No, that's not the
Detroit
case.
is the worst sports town. They have the worst fans. The worst fans in all of sports.
I will defend that until we turn it around. You are absolutely right. Yes, we have some diehard fans, but between you got to weed through them. You got to weed through them. It's like finding a needle in the haystack. These Pistons, prime example. Red Wings, all right, probably close second. But you're right. You're absolutely right. This is ridiculous. You know, you get these guys out there. Oh, blah, blah. These guys are the same ones that were in a LeBron jersey, a Kobe jersey, Steph Curry jersey.
Seattle Seahawks.
But, you know, the Pistons go to the finals. They're buying brand new jerseys. Oh, yeah, die hard for life. Oh, really? Yeah, because that's this year's jersey. And, you know.
Anyways, that just goes to show our next topic. The Fairweather fans always will hate the quarterback
Yes.
of your football team.
Yep.
You could, you know, obviously none of them have ever won a playoff game since, you know, Jackie Moon was slinging the rock. But anyways, back in the Flint Tropics days.
Nice.
But it doesn't matter. And no matter what, it's always going to be, well, the debate. Stafford go, Stafford stay. What do you want? And it's always split. But lately, now that the talks of making Stafford the highest paid quarterback in the league, that's just the market value. You're not going to pay him less than Derek Carr. You're not going to pay him less than Kirk Cousins. And people are calling up saying, let him walk for free. Don't sign him. Don't do this. Don't do that. And it just, to me, what do they need to do for you to want him or embrace him? Win a playoff game, win a Super Bowl. He hasn't won anything. His record against winning teams is 5-46. Sure, those are all valid points, but who out there is better? Right. What's the alternative?
Yes.
And to me, I would sign Stafford. Sure, is he going to want 5 years? Yeah, you pay the man. You give him 5 years. But yesterday on the radio, I heard, would you rather have Kirk Cousins for 1 year under a franchise tag or pay Stafford for 5 years? So your example would be Cousins is going to walk after 1 year. In this scenario, he's gone. Would you want him for 1 under a franchise tag or Stafford for 5 as the highest paid player? People were saying they'd rather have Cousins for 1 and go draft a quarterback and completely tear this thing apart. And to me, that's just dumb. Why would you tear something apart that is trending in the right direction? The only thing in Detroit that might be trending in the right direction, well, Stafford's had 8 years, and what has he done? His first 7 were under Martin Mayhew. What do you expect him to do? His best receiver was Az Hakim. No, sorry, Calvin was there, but it's just, it makes no sense to me that you can have something so trending in the right direction. Well, look at Brady. He makes these nobodies good receivers. Well, Brady's one of a kind.
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers, he does it too. No, Aaron Rodgers has some decent talent, and he's also another one-of-a-kind player. Stafford is not an elite player. Well, why should we pay him like he is? Because that's the market for quarterbacks. Do you want a Jared Goff? Do you want, I can't even think of anyone. Just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Bortles. Yeah, the worst. Bortles is going to be good every year in fantasy draft. Take Bortles this year. Blake Bortles. Oh, is it? Is it his year? He sucks every year. Would you want that guy? No. There's fans out there that would say, yeah, give me Bortles. You, my friend, deserve to root for the Jaguars. You don't deserve a team.
But does it worry you that they don't have a deal done yet?
Yes and no.
Especially with what happened with Cousins yesterday.
I don't think Stafford and Cousins, I don't think their mentality is the same. But I'm not going to be one that's going to worry about Stafford not having a deal done. I think it will get done, and I think the Lions want him, and I think he wants to be a Lion, which is, I don't know why. But I think things are going to get worked out, and he's going to be here for 4 to 5 more years.
What do you think about the idea of him playing on the tag for a year?
I don't think that'll happen. I don't want, and I don't think a franchise tag is an option for Matthew Stafford. That's just my opinion. I just don't think it's in the cards.
Right. Yeah, and these same people that are calling in, and that's the problem. You're giving a voice to the lower common denominators. And unfortunately, you're going to get answers like that. Oh, Brady can do it. Why can't I? Why can't Stafford? Aaron Rodgers. You're comparing one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time to Matthew Stafford. You're not going to get it. I mean, yeah, that'd be great, but it's not the case. It's stupid, and you're going to get answers like that, unfortunately. Yeah, does he sign? Absolutely, we're going to have a deal going on. Paying the money. That's just the way the sports are running this year. Running nowadays. I was talking to Austin before the show, and it's amazing how different sports like the NBA, Austin was comparing it to, can influence other sports like the NFL, and it's going to happen. That's just the era we live in, and I wouldn't be surprised, and we'll see where they go from here. But what can you do, man?
Could boycott sports. Let's go to the painting Olympics. Let's go to the junior varsity dance. Let's do it. Thomas Tatar is not close on his contract with the Red Wings. He's a restricted free agent. He's asking 7 years, $5.3 million. Reports are coming in today that the Red Wings offered him $4.1 million. That is a slap and a spit and a kick in the face. Ken Holland, what are you doing? What is he doing?
Right.
Earth to anyone. Are you out there? Are you out there? I don't know.
Yep. No, he's not. Did you check your phone? No one.
No, that was you.
Yeah.
Blowing up.
It was John Tortorella. I want to know what we're doing after this.
Did he?
Yeah. So.
Torts.
Torts.
Condescending torts. Did you tell him we're available for lunch? We're still trying to figure out what we want. If you have any idea, get at us. Call us up.
You want to plug?
Toll free.
Yeah.
Or maybe not free. I don't know. We've never actually had anyone call or watch or care. But what's wrong, Ken Holland? Sign the man. He's the only guy that's a consistent goal scorer on this team. Pay him. If you're going to tie up 4.25 with Abdelkader, you're going to tie up 3.85 with the glass man, Darren Helm. If you're going to give $5 million to Danny DeKaiser and 4.75 to Nick Cronwall, God forbid you can't pay your leading scorer 5 or even 4.8. I mean, give the guy $5 million and give him a 5-year, 6-year deal. You're going to do it to everyone else. Why not a guy who's actually done something good for the organization? Well, Tatar's being stupid. And make your money. Don't blame the man. He's scoring goals. What do you want him to do? Well, maybe he shouldn't score. I wouldn't be shocked if an idiot fan said that. Well, maybe if he just toned his production down and only didn't score when the season didn't matter anymore. Oh, so you just want him to go out and not even try to score when you're out of the playoffs? Is that what you want? The guy still put up 28 goals or 29 goals. But it was when they were out of the playoffs. Who cares? He put the puck behind the goalie.
Yeah.
Pay the man. He deserves it. Well, he hasn't done anything in the playoffs. No one on the Wings has. Nobody.
You kind of have to make the playoffs.
Yeah. And the last 2 years, they've been out in the first round. 3 years. Well, he hasn't done anything because they've only played a minimum games.
Yep.
What do you want from him? He's done what he's had to do. Pay the guy his money.
Yeah.
This is just irking. It just bothers me.
Yeah.
Ken Holland, he's flatlining. Brain dead.
Yeah. We didn't make the playoffs. First time in 25 years.
In my history.
In your lifetime. I'm sorry. I mean,
Still, I just got over it, and you just brought it back up.
yeah, picking the scab. Did you? Well, they anticipated not making the playoffs. Did you expect the Wings to be in the place we're at now, or did you expect more by this point?
No, I expected about this.
Realistically,
Not much signing, not much anything going on. That's just what we've grown to expect.
Yeah.
Nothing, lackluster, everything. It's one thing if you're going to retool. I saw an article that said Ken Holland says we have the pieces to make the playoffs and make a playoff run. Okay, you're ultra brain dead. Anyways. This is what we're prone to. This is what we're used to. In Tigers and Red Wings. Just doing the minimum to get by.
Same ownership.
We're gonna sign some veterans who've been there. They were good maybe 5 to 8 years ago, but they might just need a change of scenery. We'll give them a max contract. Is anyone out there? It's the same old song and dance.
yeah. It was frustrating. I anticipated more. I was hoping. There's hope, and then there's reality. And
There's hope, and then there's handcuffs. Full story at 6.
And I thought that this anger would roll into the offseason, especially considering seeing Pittsburgh won a cup. We were in a contention with them for a while. Yet they seem to keep going on that expressway to winning and success, where we got off the exit ramp and took mediocrity and stupid deals and just did not. So it's frustrating. I kind of was hoping that they would sort of, make some bigger changes. But then again, what can you do? Who are you going to get? And where is it necessary to change it up? I think it starts with the general manager, Ken Holland. How long do we have him still? How long do we keep him for?
I wish.
Realistically, how long do you see him around?
Ever. Till he dies.
Yeah.
What about the coach?
Unfortunately, I think they're going to say, well, Blash has done a good job with the team that he's had, so we're going to keep him around. We might extend his deal, eh? Oh, are you? You're going to extend his deal, eh? They're not going to fire him.
Yeah.
The Red Wings haven't fired a coach in my lifetime.
But you all wanted Babcock on.
I was not one of those. I can say with a fact, I did not want Mike Babcock gone. I was upset when he left. And now I root for Toronto to lose because I'm still salty that he left.
But look what they're doing in Toronto.
They're rebuilding. They're doing it. They're doing it the right way.
Yeah.
I wanted Babcock. He got the most out of his players. Sure, maybe players didn't like to play for him, but name me a single player who liked to play for Scotty Bowman. None of them until they won. And they said, wow, I understand now what he did and how he got the most out of us. Babcock got the most out of his players. Hands down. And if you couldn't handle it as a player, maybe the NHL's not for you. Maybe you should go do some underwater basket weaving, or maybe you should go kick the ball around and play some soccer. Hockey's not for you. If your skin isn't thick enough, you got 7 layers of it, maybe they only have 2.
Yeah. Ooh.
You know what? If you only live once, if you live twice, this is your second time, people.
Yeah.
Hitting you with a little
Philosophy right there.
you like that?
Yeah, it's getting deep.
Buck's Theory.
But, ooh.
I should write a book.
New segment. New segment.
Listen.
You're absolutely right, though. I mean, any
What about
successful.
this is your second time if you live twice?
The Buck Theory.
Buck's Theory, 101. Hit him with it.
But yeah, you obviously you don't. A lot of successful coaches aren't liked. They're not. It just goes without saying. But they're respected, and when you're respected, you put a performance out on the ice, and you don't give them this crap that we're getting now.
And let's look at it this way: the Red Wings realistically have had the same team for the last 3 years, minus an aging Pavel Datsyuk who didn't even play half the year anyways.
Yeah.
They made the playoffs, and they won games in the playoffs under Mike Babcock. Jeff Blashill did not get them to do that. As a matter of fact, they looked stale most nights on the ice. And when they won, it was lucky or a good goaltending performance.
Yeah.
I'd say it's coaching.
Yeah.
Sure, the talent's not where it should be, but Babcock got more out of the same group of players.
Absolutely.
Well, look at what Blash did in Grand Rapids. Yeah, they're playing minor league opponents.
Yeah,
He's a
that's-
minor league coach. Look at Timo Pulkkinen. Could always score in AHL. Wings call him up. He'd shoot from center ice, shoot from the goal line, shoot from there, shoot from, Aunt Sally's house. It didn't matter. Hey, the Vegas Golden Knights drafted him. This is going to be our little highlight-haired freak that we're gonna need. Well, 5'8" of goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, and unfortunately, with that being said, I really didn't hold much high expectations for Babcock. I mean, he was replacing one of the greatest coaches of all time.
Dave Lewis?
Yes. Barry Smith, actually, but yeah.
Oh, Dave Lewis was the head coach, though, for 2 years.
That you're right. I stand
Yes, he
corrected.
was one of the best coaches.
But so he had Lewis had his time and his little stint.
Yeah, it was
but
horrible.
Realistically, I really didn't have that high expectations of him, especially 'cause he came from Anaheim, if I'm
Anaheim,
correct.
yeah.
Anaheim. I
Anaheim.
did say that. Too much caffeine for the kid today. Sorry. He came from Anaheim. Yeah, he sort of ended on bad terms from what I hear. He came here, didn't really have the high expectations with him.
But he made a cup final there.
You did.
As an
And
8 seed.
the players didn't like him.
No, they didn't.
But
they didn't
they
like
made
him
the cup.
there. Made the cup.
He comes here. They win a cup.
He evolved Corey Perry and Ryan Getzlaff. He got their start. He coached them at the beginning of their career.
Yeah.
People don't like Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look at him. He's just built a dynasty.
Best
Nick
coach ever.
Saban.
Best coaches aren't liked by the players.
Yeah.
Put on your big boy pants and go to work. You're making millions. Deal with the coach. Does everyone like their boss? Yes. Yes.
Of course.
They do.
But
Good answer.
Anyways,
yeah, but
you get the point.
where do you go? Who do you pick up? You get rid of Blashill today, right now. Who do you pick up? And you've said it with the Lions. Where do you go? What can you do? What's out there? I mean, do you roll the dice with another up and coming coach
No.
allegedly? No, we're done. We've seen that.
Claude Julien. No.
Phil Housley from Nashville would have been a good one.
Anyone. I say you play the year out with Blash because that's what they're going to do, obviously. And it's not even a realistic thing to say we're going to get rid of our coach. But you'll see coaches will get fired. They'll move. I mean, look, Julien was fired from Boston when they were still playing pretty well. Montreal picks him up. Look what happens.
Yep.
Michel Therrien. He's out there still, isn't he?
He's kicking. Oh, yeah.
Michel. Pick him up. Why not?
Try it. Yeah. Now, let's get this straight. Holland, does he have a time clock ticking away, or is it pretty much?
Contract's up at the end of the year. They'll extend him. That's
Yeah.
what they do. Unless there's a miracle, lightning strikes down on a bolt of lava and burns a dog, and the dog lives, then that could be the miracle we need to get Stevie to come here. I don't know. His family still lives here. That's the only benefit I could see. I don't know. I don't know what to think. I hope a miracle happens. Stevie becomes the GM. I win the lottery. You never see me again.
No. Don't say that.
Well, you could still see me, but I just wouldn't,
Okay.
Yeah, oh.
I don't think they're though.
Yeah, they didn't hear that. Yeah. Anyways, that does it for this edition of The Wrap Up. Dan Myers, Nick Buckler. If you want to talk to us about anything, tell us we're dumb, our opinions are stupid, get at us at The Wrap Up 942 on Twitter. That's not real, so just find us somehow.
It's coming. It's on its way.
Yeah, maybe. And if this is your second time, I just ruined that.